The opening up of the media in South Africa has created opportunities for many talented youngsters. I'm proud that some are my colleagues here on Soweto TV, and the talented Refiloe Motsei of Soweto Today is my guest tonight. Pleasure to have you with us.
I'm so honored. Thank you very much.
And she's a model, runs her own radio show on Josie FM, is involved in a variety of activities, and in that busy schedule found time to be with us. We should be the ones who are honored. How did you work your diary to make sure that you pitched up here?
I had to make time. I had to make time.
No, thank you very much. And I'm pleased, as I said, you know, a colleague is with me here, and track record becoming longer by the day for you.
Absolutely.
Mine has been forever, so sometimes I feel a bit irrelevant.
No.
Try and help me be relevant today.
Yeah.
And tell me, what matters you as far as you're concerned from the perspective of your Soweto Today audiences? Maybe I could steal an idea or two from you see, and then use it here on this show.
Okay, relevance, because
Yes.
I think that's the main thing here.
Yeah.
Community is batlang.
That's
Whether
right.
ke motho o motona kgotsa ke a youth member.
Yes.
So that's what Soweto Today is about. We focus on issues of interest, whether it's political issues, issues of importance, whether ke an area in Soweto is and what is Rand Water doing about it, or what is
Yes.
Johannesburg Water doing about it. Kgotsa ke di issues tsa bana ko di creche. So issues that really affect us really community members. And we really bring in relevant individuals to come and explain the situation, what's happening, and also to find solutions. So that's what the show is about. It's a current affairs show.
Well, which means then that you've got to, you know, allow your mind, your brain to move from so many different, because on the other hand, there's the responsibility of your drive show
Yes.
on Josie FM,
Yes.
which is now entertainment oriented and focused, right?
Absolutely, but not entirely.
Yeah.
We also have, political issues involved there. You have to be relevant all the time. But I must say, I have to balance.
Yes.
I have to know what's happening in entertainment.
Yeah.
I also have to know what's happening in the current affairs.
Exactly.
So it's tricky because current affairs.
Yeah.
I used to be so in love with entertainment. And until someone said to me, Refiloe, you can't just be a pretty face. You have to know what's happening in the country. Because I was so into modeling and entertainment and billboards and all of them looking pretty and clueless about the state of the country until I jumped into current affairs, and I'm
Because you
enjoying
can do
every
everything. You
moment
can
of
look
it.
pretty and still be somebody who's focused and who
Yes,
knows everything.
absolutely.
So one does not necessarily exclude the other.
Absolutely.
But how is the world of modeling and entertainment? It's actually a glamorous world after all, and I can understand. It's always been like that, right?
Very, very.
Forever, for decades. And everybody would like and wishes they could be part of the glamour circuit.
Absolutely.
After all, you go to the great parties and so on. Now, if you're going to worry about water, rainwater, there's no party for
Look, I
there
love
are water problems here, there. So
Yeah.
rather score an invitation
and drink some still water.
at a BET ceremony or something like that.
Oh, I loved every moment of modeling. I mean, I entered Miss Soweto. I was crowned First Princess in 2009. I entered Miss South Africa. I was actually a semi-finalist. That's the top 19 Miss South Africa. And what I got from that was the grooming part of life.
Yes.
You see, I'm even using that even now.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, your confidence, your eye contact.
Yes.
You have to look clean. You have to be fluent. So that's what I got from the modeling world, and I'll carry that, throughout my life. But I'm no longer modeling now.
Yeah.
Because look, I have to build a brand first, and then I got almost tired of going to auditions and then they don't pick you.
Yes.
So I said, let me grow a brand, and then when I'm up there, then you'll get all the endorsements. It's easier that way.
But as I said, the trip is not as long as it sounds. 2009 for some of us is like yesterday.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
But within that short period of time, from being in beauty contests and now scoring a radio program and being on television, all within that reasonably short
And
time.
also being a selector, which is a DJ, master of ceremonies.
Exactly.
Yes.
And having even participated in the Confederations Cup in the process.
Yes.
All of those things are fantastic.
Thank you.
Were they always part of the plan, or it's a plan that accidentally chanced on you?
Growing up, all I wanted was to be in the limelight. Whatever it was, I would do it. That was me growing up.
Yes.
Until I got to do all these things, dancing, Confed Cup, a bit of modeling here and there. Then I started to say, okay, maybe not limelight, but maybe something that young people will look up to, or someone that young people will look up to, and maybe an inspiration, not just limelight, but inspire as well. So that's when it started coming together. I started finding value in what I was doing. You know, what do you do as an entertainer? What do you do as an informer? You're a presenter, but at the same time you're informing people. You're also entertaining people. You know, what do you do as a selector? You select good music for people who are at a particular venue to enjoy what they work hard for, which is their money. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's about giving back. It's about making sure that someone feels good at the end of the day, whether it's via radio, via television, via DJing, or via MCing.
But you know, once you get into this business, as you realize, I suppose, that it becomes very addictive, isn't it?
Yes, very, very.
You can't think
very,
about any other
very.
thing. Whatever you think about must relate to what you do.
Yes, it's like you have to be within the entertainment, and that's the bubble that I'm in now. I can't think of anything else outside entertainment. Someone said to me, "But Refiloe, you're growing.
Yes.
You know, one day you'll age." And you'll be 60 years old and you won't look the way you look now.
Yeah.
Haven't you thought about being behind the scenes? Haven't you thought about opening your own company? So that's what I'm looking into in the future.
But you know,
in the future,
personally, I hold a slightly different view about trying to plan too far ahead for stuff, because things evolve.
Absolutely.
Anyway, you know, the whole point is to know about what's happening within, around you. But to try and anticipate, I think, decades into the future, what must happen, is not necessarily that helpful, because you then stop appreciating what's going on at this time.
You think so?
I think so, because it's what you are doing. You said it yourself differently. For instance, you said when you were modeling and entering beauty competitions, right? The focus was on grooming and so forth.
Absolutely.
But you were learning something.
Yes.
You see, then in time, that thing evolved into what you do now.
Yeah.
Now imagine being in the middle of that period of beauty and competitions and modeling, and not paying attention to what you're being taught, and then down the line,
it will be slightly different right now.
Exactly. So,
but
anyway, go ahead.
But image, you know,
I
think that's my point. Or image, you know, in our showbiz, especially if you're a female, image is everything. But also, when you age, you get to a point where you start getting a lot of competition. That's where you need to draw the line and say, okay,
well, I understand. I can understand. To me, it's maybe the modern pressure of sorts, because of the different media that are emerging. Technology, to my mind, has a greater impact. And there are many, many people, and people are called brands now.
Yes.
You know, in the past, much as there would have been brands, but the word brand was not used. It was more personalities, you see. Exactly.
Yes.
So now, I don't know. I look at it slightly differently.
Really?
Well, I can share this with you. All right?
Yeah.
I was watching clips of Al Pacino, the actor, recently. I've watched these movies many times, or different movies over time. I can't see Al Pacino wanting to do any other thing except being Al Pacino. And he's doing a fantastic job. As an example.
Yeah.
And Meryl Streep as an actor.
You have to grow out of your bubble. That's bad. You need to maneuver and find other things to do. You cannot be stagnant and say, I am an actor.
I'm conceding. You know? I'm conceding. But I've seen people like Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman. They are good when they are who they are.
Yeah.
If they tried something else and tried to run...
So basically you're saying if it's good, don't ruin it.
No. You can add. You can add.
I like that, adding. And that's my point.
Because then there's a so-called core business, you see, in the core, I suppose. But anyway, tell me about your show and yourself. So much about trying to philosophize about life.
So much to say.
Yeah.
Well...
And the audience is quite happy with your work, most definitely.
Very well, both on Josie FM and Soweto TV.
Yeah.
Very, very happy. Drive time is up-paced, up-tempo. You have to entertain, you have to be on drive, you have to be on that energy. I'm very energetic. I've got a natural high.
Yes.
That's who Refiloe is. And then when you switch, when you go to current affairs, you have to come down and be so proper and be fluent and use the right language as well.
Sure.
So you have to sort of like juggle between the two. And then when you get to DJing, it's a different scene.
Yeah.
You have to sort of like juggle. So I am multi...
I tried to take you back to the past, and the past is gone. let's talk about the present going
And
forward.
the future,
Because you are focused on the
Yes,
future.
absolutely.
And I'm sure yourself and your colleagues are also referred to as the future, even
Yes.
though you are now here in the present. So,
Yeah.
what's the future?
Obviously, I want to grow. I want to grow in this radio and television industry.
Yes.
As you know, Josie FM is a community radio station, the #1. But we are competing national, but I'd love to work for a national radio station. You know, I'm looking into, can I mention names?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
looking at Kaya FM.
yes.
Love Kaya FM.
And they've
I
just
can
announced a
relate.
new lineup. I wonder why they didn't select you. Or you didn't.
wonder.
I wonder. You know, somebody's not paying attention.
Somebody, hi,
It's not paying
hint.
attention.
But yeah, I'd love to work for Kaya. And television-wise, one day I'd love to have my own talk show.
Yes.
Focusing on everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to go going forward. So I'll stay on radio. I'll stay on television, no doubt. But like I said, also maybe I'll get into the business side of things and try and understand business.
It does happen in due time.
Yeah, and understand the business side of things and groom other young talent that's coming. I think for me, I've got younger sisters. I mean, they are gorgeous. You know, they want to do what I do. So it's very important to groom and nurture. So that's what I want to do going forward.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
everything of the best to you, and thanks again for coming and sharing time with us.
Thank you very much. I feel like
And,
it's such little time.
It is, actually.
Time is of the
I
essence,
wish we
eh?
could continue talking. And keep up the good work.
Thank you very much.
Much appreciated.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Well, there you are. She really is going places, this young lady. She wants to deal with the future today.
Yes.
But of course, it will come in due time.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoyed our chat with Refiloe Motsei, who is a presenter of Soweto Today, as well as a drive show on Josie FM. I enjoyed spending time with her, and I hope you enjoyed our chat this evening. And from us, good night to you.